Okay, so this is a dry field. This belongs to my family for a lot of time. So this is the majority of the landscape of Catalonia. So this is a really poor land. It's a dry land without not too much water. So the only thing you can make is to grow a wheat or barley. So what can you do with barley or wheat? Whiskey or beer, that's it. So this is what happens after you collect this barley, and then you can just sell, but you have a lot of competence, the price is very low, so I decided to put some added value, and I thought about making beer. So this is how it looks. This is barley, this is wheat, this is a real seed, and this is the origin of beer or whiskey. Usually they say that the most important thing is water, but the most important thing is how to make this seed malt. So that's why I went to England to see Chris Garrett. It's the only traditional malt place in the world, as far as I know. No, at least in Europe. So they put all the seeds in this big tank where you just add water to the seeds in order to get this humidity. And then you make this germination, which means like you put all this there. You see here me trying to make this just not to touch all together, because they make these roots. Because then you transform the starch to maltose, and then it is possible to make the alcoholic fermentation. You see here how the roots start to grow. And then you must leave them to reach some size. Then you know that almost all the starch become. You see here, you will see that here. Also, if you want to see that, the real thing. Then you know that the maltose is there. So then you just dry that. So I started to do that 3 years ago at home in the roof. You can see this is the home dry place. You use it for fruit usually. You put all this, and then you just dry that, and then you just remove the roots, so you have the perfect malt. You never say that where you grow your malt. Malt is not a growing thing. You make malt, just making a germination. You just then mill that. You make the infusion, and then you get the perfect broth in order to make the fermentation with the yeast. The yeast is the same that you make bread as well, and make wine is exactly the same yeast. The only thing that change is the source. It's not the water, it's the maltose. So that's it. So my project is to go to that, to try to put added value to this dry land, and to also to try to disseminate that. And I create this kind of new cooperative thing. This is this salabiner of malts with, we can make with this with our own beer. I've made this story about how was this land on the 10th century. You can do it everywhere. We have made this prototype of malt, artisan malt, in order to disseminate this in every village and put some value to this dry land that only live because of the European subsidiary money. Thank you. Want to see that?